It looks like Killer Klowns is coming to 4K from Scream Factory in May. Dune 2 gets a 4K and a 4K Steelbook announcement from Warner Brothers. The Johnny Depp classic film Crybaby is coming to 4K from Kino Lorber. Vinegar Syndrome announces their new March slate, including more gothic horror on 4K. The classic war film Glory gets a 4K Steelbook announcement from Sony. All this and so much more in episode 201 of the Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we're here for the Physical Media Report, episode 201. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And man, oh man, do we have some exciting stuff to talk about with you guys today. But before we get into it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about physical media on this channel, 4Ks, Blu-rays, owning the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. So if you like that kind of thing, hit that subscribe button. And also, guys, comment down below of everything that we are going to go over today. And we've got some really good stuff, guys, some really juicy stuff, I might say. What gets you the most excited? What gets you the most amped up? And what gets those juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. And then, of course, turn on all bell notifications for future videos. So, all right, guys. So, look, I'm just going to point this out real quick. I am going to try to start shooting the Physical Media Report on Sunday night, just because editing the day of, like filming and editing the day of, has just become so difficult for me to do and accomplish and get this uploaded in a decent amount of time. So good news is Physical Media Report should be up a little bit earlier than normal if I've got all day to edit. But the bad news is if anything important drops on Monday, I will not be able to cover it on the Physical Media Report, but I will just, push it to next week's Physical Media Report. So there are things that could drop tomorrow that I am not going to be able to talk about today. But we've got some rumors, guys, and these are the announcements that I'm worrying are probably going to drop tomorrow. But if it does, and if it's big and significant enough, I will do a separate video on it. But let's talk about the Scream Factory May announcements. Most notably, Killer Klowns From Outer Space is coming to 4K, apparently from Scream Factory in May. And not only are we going to get this movie on 4K with a nice slipcover or the original theatrical poster, but we're getting this awesome looking steelbook as well, which I really love. I feel like some people were a little mixed on it. I think it's great artwork. I loved all the colors. I just think it looks fantastic. So yeah, we're going to be getting, supposedly, we got images of this stuff, guys, on Blu-ray.com. I looked it up in the Blu-ray.com forums. We've got images of the actual slipcover of the actual steelbook, so we're almost guaranteed to be getting this. But I thought we were guaranteed to be getting The Faculty on 4K in April, and we see how that turned out. Now I don't know when that thing's coming out, but I think I don't think they're going to mess around with Killer Klowns. That's a big one. I think we're going to get all kinds of packages for this when Scream Factory actually announces it. We're going to get a slipcover package. We're going to get a steelbook package. We're going to get a slip and steelbook together package. We're going to get bunches of pins and posters and lobby cards for $60. You know how Scream Factory does, guys. You're probably going to get a nice NECA of a killer clown or something. I think they're going to do this one big because I think Scream Factory realizes what they have here and realizes that people have been waiting for this movie on 4K for quite some time. So like I said, this is still in the rumor category. There are no official announcements from Scream Factory for Killer Klowns to come out on 4K, but it's pretty much a done deal at this point, I would say. But very exciting news. Look, a lot of people were speculating on this title. Arrow Video did the Blu-ray a few years ago. I think 5 or 6 years ago, they did that Blu-ray of Killer Klowns with the awesome slipcover artwork. So a lot of people are speculating, is Arrow Video going to do this on 4K? Are they going to upgrade it? They're going to do a nice box set. Then people started speculating about Vinegar Syndrome potentially doing this movie on 4K. And it turns out it was Scream Factory all along got this win of Killer Klowns. And what a win it is. This is a huge, make no mistake, this is a huge win for Scream Factory, in my opinion, because like Killer Klowns, like to me personally, I like Killer Klowns. It's not my favorite 80s horror film, but it does have that like that popularity. Like I feel like a lot of people love this movie, and it's a big film amongst the horror community. But another big reason that this is a big deal to come out on 4K is because this movie is just going to look gorgeous on 4K. There's so many bright, vivid colors in this film. So much gorgeous like set design. There's just so many colors in this movie. I mean, it's Killer Klowns, so you have all the colors of the clowns. But like when they go inside that like spaceship at the end, and there's that the cotton candy guns, and just everybody's like wrapped up in cotton candy, like all that stuff's going to look so freaking good in 4K, and I cannot wait to see in 4K. And Scream Factory, look, guys, they've been on a roll with their 4K transfers. I'll just go ahead and say it. They've been doing some of the best work in 4K out of any of the studio and boutique labels. So I'm excited to see what Scream Factory is going to do with this 4K restoration, and I'm sure it's going to look absolutely fantastic. Would I have loved to have had a nice big box set from Arrow Video, 4K box set? They would have done a great job. Yes, I would have. Would I have loved to have seen a nice big, juicy box set from Vinegar Syndrome? Sure. And they would have included a bunch of booklets and all kinds of cool stuff. So maybe those would have been the better options. But I think this is cool. I'm happy for Scream Factory that they got this win, and this kind of puts them back on the map, in my opinion, because like I said, this is a huge 80s horror film that a lot of horror fans have been waiting for a very long time. So a big deal for Killer Klowns to come to 4K from Scream Factory. Are you excited? Again, we haven't gotten the official announcements, but hopefully we will soon. Let me know in that comment section below. All right, let's go ahead and get into the actual news, guys. And look, I got my Dune screen back there going right now. I need to rewatch Dune before I go see Dune Part 2. But speaking of Dune Part 2, we are getting from Warner Brothers. This has no official release date yet, but all of these are available to pre-order right now. We are going to be getting a 4K, we're going to be getting a Blu-ray, and we're going to be getting a nice, beautiful 4K Steelbook of Dune Part 2. Again, no official release date, but these are going to be available everywhere. Nothing is exclusive. The Steelbook is not Walmart exclusive, but it is available at Walmart. And we're also getting 2 movie collections as well that are available to pre-order at Groove right now. That's the only spot that I noticed that the 2 movie collections of both the first and the second film are available. They have the 4K version, they have the Blu-ray version, and they have the DVD version. But the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the 4K Steelbook, you can pre-order those at Groove. You can pre-order those on Amazon, and you can pre-order those on Walmart. I will be leaving the Amazon links down below if you guys want to pre-order from there. So yeah, Dune Part 2, guys, it just came out in the theaters. So look, Warner Brothers usually does this. So the weekend of, they'll just go ahead and throw it out. Same thing with Sony usually, I feel like. So yeah, Dune Part 2. Have you seen it? Have you been out to the theaters to see it? Me and my wife were going to try to go see it this week, but I have to rewatch the first one because it's been a long time. And to be honest, like I was very tired when I watched it the first time, and I don't feel like I gave it a fair chance. I want to rewatch it and then go see the sequel in the theaters because I've been hearing some excellent things about it. So yeah, Dune Part 2, guys. Are you excited to pick it up on physical media? Did you go to the theaters to see it? What did you think? Let me know in that comment section below. All right, guys, so The Departed 4K. We talked about The Departed on 4K numerous times on the Physical Media Report, but we know about the Steelbook that is coming out, and this is coming out from Warner Bros. On April the 23rd, but we are also going to be getting a slipcover version as well. And to be honest, like I like the Steelbook artwork much better than the slipcover. For some reason, the white just doesn't feel Departed to me. Am I wrong? And Warner Bros. Has a track record of not doing the best slipcovers on their catalog 4Ks. And I feel like this is another one that, I mean, it's the same kind of, premise for the artwork of the slipcover. It's the X. And again, no Mark Wahlberg on the X, but I'm not going to go into that in this week's Physical Media Report. Everybody knows where I stand on Mark Wahlberg and leaving him off the X of the Steelbook, but he's left off the X in the 4K as well. But yeah, for some reason, the white just doesn't feel like it goes with the slipcover version. So I will definitely be getting the 4K Steelbook with this one. But are you down with the white slipcover? Let me know in the comment section below. We are also going to be getting, guys, Glory is getting a 4K Steelbook. The classic Civil War film starring Morgan Freeman, Matthew Broderick is getting a 4K Steelbook from Sony on June the 4th. This is going to have Dolby Vision and HDR with an audio commentary and features. Now, I do not think the audio commentary and the features are new, but it is cool that they are still included in them. And this is a gorgeous steelbook, and I'm pretty sure it's just the original theatrical poster. But I haven't seen Glory in a very long time. This is a movie that I've been wanting to rewatch. Because I remember watching this movie in school all the time. Like, I feel like in 7th, 8th grade, they had us watch Glory like more than once. So it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but I definitely remember like bits and pieces of it. But I am excited to revisit this classic war film in 4K. So another steelbook that we're getting from Sony is the Amelie Blu-ray steelbook, and this is coming out from Sony on March the 26th, so very soon, coming out this month. And this is a 2K restoration. For some reason, they were not able to do the 4K restoration on this. I think the director came out and actually said something about it. They were just like, we just don't have the proper materials to do that full scan. It would just cost too much to do it, so they're just doing a 2K restoration. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but that's pretty much what I gathered from that. But beautiful steelbook. I think it's just the original theatrical poster, and I don't have this movie in the collection. I've actually never seen this film, but I've heard great things about it, so I am excited to watch it when that Blu-ray steelbook comes out on March of 26. Are you excited for Amelie? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, so this is the big one for me, to be honest. This is a huge deal. Like, when I first saw this come out, I was like, oh, awesome. Like, I cannot wait to get this on 4K. I didn't think too much about it, but when I really started digging into the details of the Crybaby 4K that is coming out from Kino Lorber, I got super excited because this thing is freaking loaded like no other Kino Lorber release that I've ever seen. But let's get into this, guys. Crybaby, the film directed by John Waters, starring Johnny Depp, and you got Tracy Lords in this movie, Ricky Lake, is a movie that I've loved since I was a kid. Like, I remember watching this movie. I don't even know why. I remember watching this movie more than Grease. I watched Grease a lot too, but I remember watching Crybaby like all the time when I was a kid. I loved the movie. I still say it's my favorite Johnny Depp film just because I've never been a huge Johnny Depp fan. Like, I like Crybaby and I like Sleepy Hollow. Those are probably neck and neck for my favorite Johnny Depp movie. But Crybaby is coming to 4K from Kino Lorber. Like, I don't even think we got like an announcement, like a pre-Kino Lorber announcement for this. Like, this was a complete shock and surprise to everybody, especially including me. But coming out from Kino Lorber April the 30th, so this is coming out pretty soon. We got a new 4K listen to this, guys. This is some insane stuff in this 4K. Like, I am so excited about this. We're going to get a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative with Dolby Vision and HDR of the theatrical cut, and it is also going to include a 4K scan from the interpositive of the director's cut on Blu-ray, which kind of blew my mind because I didn't know. I guess I just watched a theatrical cut growing up because I didn't know this movie had a director's cut. So I'm excited to watch this the director's cut for the first time. I think it has 7 minutes of additional scenes, and I guess they weren't able to get those 7 minutes from the original camera negative, so they had to use the interpositive to get those 7 minutes for the director's cut. But that is not on an actual 4K disc. That is going to be a 4K scan on a Blu-ray, but still cool that they're including the director's cut. But in addition to that, we're going to get a new audio commentary. We are also getting a new featurette, new Bringing Up Baby featurette with John Waters and other members of the cast and crew. And this is 40 minutes long. So this is basically like a new documentary of Crybaby. And we're also getting 8 new interviews, like a brand new 40-minute featurette. And we're also getting 8 new interviews with the cast and crew, including Ricky Lake and Tracy Lords are doing interviews here. Now, of course, we're probably not getting Johnny Depp back to do an interview, but it is cool that we're getting Ricky Lake and Tracy Lords coming back and a bunch of other people from the cast as well. And we're also getting the old documentary, It Came From Baltimore. So this thing is jam-packed, fully loaded with special features. And like I said, when I started looking into this, I was just like blown away because look, we've seen this stuff before from Arrow Video, from Vinegar Syndrome, from Scream Factory when they decided to do special features, Criterion, but like Kino Lorber doesn't usually do a ton of new special features. So hopefully this is a sign. Like, I'm excited for this for Crybaby, but I'm also excited for what this means for the future of Kino Lorber. I just hope that this means that going forward, because that's the biggest criticism. A lot of people have criticism of the packaging. I get that. I like the slipcovers, but the biggest criticism for me, for Kino Lorber, is the lack of special features. They usually, include a new audio commentary, but then everything else is just past archival features, or they won't have anything because there wasn't enough archival features to mine from. So hopefully this is a brand new direction for Kino Lorber. They start including some featurettes, some new interviews. Of course, they've been doing audio commentaries. I just think this is great, guys. I think this is great news and a great sign going forward for Kino Lorber. But yeah, I'm excited that they did this for Crybaby, because again, it's one of my favorite movies, and this thing is jam-packed. Like, I haven't seen a release this fully loaded since the Conan the Barbarian 4K release at the beginning of the year. I am so excited for the Crybaby 4K, guys. Are you excited? Let me know in the comment section below. We're also going to be getting a Blu-ray edition. If you just want the Blu-ray edition, they're going to be offering that as well, I'm sure, with the 4K scan. So yeah, let me know if you're excited for Crybaby, guys. As excited as I am for Crybaby in the comment section below. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the Vinegar Syndrome March announcements. And look, guys, I've been pretty positive about Vinegar Syndrome so far in 2024, and with these March announcements, I am going to continue to be positive, because they are finally, it feels like they're finally doing like legitimate films, not just like schlocky. Look, there's a place for the schlocky horror stuff, the cult horror stuff, the B, C, D horror stuff, shot on video stuff. I get that. I understand that. And I have fun with that as well. But it seems like they're starting to do like legitimate films with like these gothic horror films, these cool like 80s, 90s, 70s films in the new cinematography line, or cinematography, however you want to say it. I'm going to say cinematography, but I've just been really excited for the stuff that they're doing in this new, it feels like a new direction that they're going in. And I think they've been doing a hell of a job this year so far. They always do a great job with their packaging, obviously, special features and restorations, but like their movie selection so far in 2024 has me really excited for what they're going to do for the rest of the year. So let's go ahead and get into the announcements, guys. We have Dr. Terror's House of Horrors coming out on 4K. This is a new 4K restoration with HDR. You're going to have new features here and an hour-long making of documentary. So very excited about this one. I went ahead and pre-ordered it. This is another cool gothic horror film. You got a great cast here. You got Peter Cushing. You got Donald Pleasance. I think Christopher Lee is in this movie. All the usual players for these older gothic Hammer horror films. But I just watched Dr. Hitchcock on 4K. It looked excellent, but like I really enjoyed that movie. So I'm excited to dive into more gothic horror with Vinegar Syndrome in 4K, because the movie looked gorgeous on 4K, and I'm sure this one's going to look great on 4K as well. So really cool announcement coming from Vinegar Syndrome. I dig the gothic horror direction that they're going in. We also got Spectres and Maya double feature Blu-ray set. These are two Italian horror films. It sounded pretty interesting, so I went ahead and ordered this set as well. This is a 2-disc set with 4K scans on both. You're going to have a new commentary and 9 new interviews split between both of the films with the cast and the crew. So tons of special features in this set right here. Don't know too much about the films themselves, but you say Italian, you say horror, I'm jumping all over it. And it's 2-in-1, and it wasn't too expensive, so I went ahead and got it. But this one I'm super excited about. We got Going South coming out on 4K. This is new in the cinematography or cinematography line. I'm just going to say both from now on. This is number 3 in that line, and I was very impressed with the first 2, Red Rock West and Little Darlings, on 4K. Those are both great sets, great movies as well that I really enjoyed. And this movie really interests me because it is directed by Jack Nicholson, and it's supposed to be a Western film with Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito, and John Belushi. Like, that cast in a Western directed by Jack Nicholson, sign me up. And this is a 4K release, Western 4K. Sign me up. I'm all over it. I'm sure this is going to look great in 4K. New 4K restoration, new commentary, and visual essays. So I am just really digging this cinematography line from Vinegar Syndrome. I think this is one of the best things that they've ever done, to dive into these more obscure American films from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I believe that's kind of the mission statement of the line. And I'm just excited to see what direction they go in, because they've been announcing all bangers, and I'm sure this one's going to be great as well, and I cannot wait to watch it. We got Singapore Sling also being announced on Blu-ray for the first time on Blu-ray in the United States. This is a new 4K scan on the Blu-ray, and there's a new 80-minute documentary here on the making of this movie, and 4 new interviews with the cast and crew. So this one, I was reading the synopsis and the premise. I did not order this one because I already ordered enough. I got the first 3 that I just talked about. But this one seems pretty grotesque, pretty depraved. And I'll probably get it at some point. Borderline exploitation is what it sounded like to me. I'll probably get it at some point. It's from a Greek filmmaker, but I'm not getting it now. But it did. I was intrigued. 4K scan, 80-minute documentary. I might get it at some point. Story of a Junkie was the last one that they announced as a part of their Vinegar Syndrome line. On Blu-ray, new 4K scan with 4 new interviews, and I believe that's some kind of a documentary or something. So, and they announced 13 new partner label releases. I'm not going to go over all of them here today, but 13 new partner label releases. If you want to look into all those, get on the Vinegar Syndrome website and check them out. Another thing that I wanted to mention real quick, guys, is this: people were sending this to me, and I think I saw this in a couple other places this week, but apparently Arrow Video has been canceling a lot of their pre-orders. There was some kind of glitch in their ordering system, and they accidentally canceled a bunch of people's orders. So if you had anything pre-ordered from Arrow Video right now, maybe check and see if your order's been canceled, because you might have to reorder it. I think that's the only way they can get your order back on the system. So if you have anything pre-ordered from Arrow Video, check and see if they canceled it, because if they did, you're going to have to reorder it. So just wanted to let you guys know that so you didn't miss out on whatever you were pre-ordering. So now that all the news is out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the deals, guys, because we got a lot of great deals going on right now. Like, I posted some of these over the weekend, and I should have posted some of these last night on my community tab. I'm going to do that right after I'm done filming. So guys, be checking my community tab, because sometimes if you wait till the physical media report goes up and I talk about all these deals, especially now if I'm recording like 18 hours ahead of time, these deals could be gone by the time I put this up. So be checking my community tab. That's much more up to date. Just go to my actual like YouTube channel, scroll over through videos, live streams, shorts, and all that. You'll see community on the end. Hit that, and then you can check my community tab. And if you see a deal that you like, use the links that I provide. They're Amazon affiliate links. And if you use those, you will help support the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into these deals, guys. The first deal pisses me off. It really pisses me off. The Columbia Classics Volume 4 set is currently down to $143.94, and I paid $220 for it just like 2 weeks ago. Now, I may try to return mine. I don't know if I want to go through the hassle, but that is a lot of money I could be getting back. It's like $80 I could be getting back. I might just go ahead and return it so I can see if I can, buy a new one for $143.94. See if they'll let me do that. But yeah, guys, if you missed out on the Columbia Classic set, or you didn't order it when it initially came out, $143.94 is a great price for what you get. You get 6 movies on 4K. You get an entire season of television with the Starman TV series. And that's a 4K scan on Blu-rays as well. So the value, and tons of new features, audio commentaries, and these 4Ks look great. I've already watched 4 of them. Starman looks incredible, absolutely incredible on 4K. So $143.94, that is so worth it. That is so worth it for that set. So jump on that while it lasts. Evil Dead box set right now, guys. They've been trying to sell this thing for like 2 years. $56.62. Scream 1 through 3 4K box set. That's a really good deal for 3 Scream movies on 4K. $36.99. We also have the Paramount Scares Volume 1 set, which is as low as I've ever seen it, for $74.99. We have the Friday the 13th 4K Steelbook for $21.99. with the Harry Potter 4K set, guys, for $69.99. Not as quite as low as when I got it at $59.99, but still a great price for 8 4Ks. We also got the H2O Steelbook for $19.99. We got the Sleepy Hollow 4K, I almost said Steelbook, 4K for $16.19. Rosemary's Baby on 4K is $12.99. Street Fighter, guys, the Street Fighter Steelbook from Mill Creek is $17.49. You also get some Bison Bucks inside that as well. So worth it. Scream 6 on 4K for $11.99. So that's a very low price for Scream 6 on 4K. The Friday the 13th 1 through 8 Steelbook set, guys. If you don't have any of the Friday the 13th movies on Blu-ray, if you didn't get the Scream Factory box set, this thing is well worth it. $27.99 for 8 Friday the 13th movies. That's like $3 or $4 a movie right there, $3.50 a movie. So that is so worth it. Definitely grab that if you don't have any of the Friday the 13th movies on Blu-ray. Scream 3 on 4K is $13.99. We also have Scream 2 on 4K for $14.99. Big Scream sale right now, guys. Point Break is on 4K for $26.36. Really good 4K, but from what I remember, it didn't have anything in terms of new features or anything, but $26.36, not a bad price. It's a great movie, and it's a great 4K. Scream 4K is $14.99. Jaws 2 on 4K is $13.99, and Scream 5, the 4K Steelbook, is currently $14.99. So some really good deals going on right now, guys. Definitely check it out. Check out the links down below if you want any of those deals. If they're still active, check those links for sure. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into what is new this week. We don't have a ton of great stuff coming out this week, but we have a lot of Steelbook action and some interesting titles coming out this week for sure. We have The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance coming out on 4K, guys, from Paramount for $21.98. I said this in my March anticipated video. If you do not have this movie on 4K, if you have not seen this movie, it's one of the greatest Westerns of all time. I love this movie. It may be my favorite Western. Definitely pick this up. It's well worth it. And I thought the 4K looked really good. So $21.98 for that. We also have the 355, the 4K that nobody asked for. This is coming out on 4K from Universal for $30.99. I guess I shouldn't say nobody asked for it. I believe when this was announced and I brought it up, somebody was like, hey, Karen, I want the 355 on 4K. It'll look great on 4K. So there's somebody out there that wants the 355. So if you want the 355, go ahead and pick it up. That comes out on 4K from Universal, like I said, for $30.99. But maybe wait a couple weeks because that thing will probably drop down to $12 within a couple of weeks. I can almost guarantee it. Little Monsters and Shivers are getting Blu-ray Steelbooks, Lionsgate Vestron Blu-ray Steelbooks, and these are Walmart exclusives coming out for $19.99. And Kickboxer, which is not a Vestron release, but it's a Lionsgate Steelbook, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, is available for $19.99 as well. We also have Over the Edge coming out on Blu-ray from Shout Studios for $27.99. A lot of people are recommending this title to me, so I think I do need to get this at some point. I don't know if I'll grab it for $27.99, but may grab it somewhere down the line for a little bit cheaper. We also got Moon Garden coming out on Blu-ray from Oscilloscope Pictures for $26.82. And guys, we have four new Kino Lorber releases, Blu-ray releases. We have the Long Riders Blu-ray for $20.99. We have the Lion in Winter on Blu-ray for $17.49. We have A Fistful of Dynamite, which is another Sergio Leone movie. I do need this one in the collection, but I might wait for a sale on it. Coming out on Blu-ray for $17.49. Death Rides a Horse is also coming out on Blu-ray for $18.59. We have Heroes, the complete series, coming out on Blu-ray from Universal for $80.12. So cool that we're seeing another, series of television coming out on Blu-ray. That is always cool to see. We also have the Saw 10 film Blu-ray box set coming out from Lionsgate for $72.79. The only reason I'm smiling there is because I did my unboxing over the weekend. And if you didn't check it out, go check it out. It's a great unboxing, if I do say so myself. But definitely check it out before you purchase that Saw box set. We also have the Expendables 4 film Blu-ray box set available from Lionsgate for $39.49. We also have Archangel coming out on Blu-ray from Zeitgeist Films for $21.99. We got Lord of Misrule coming out on Blu-ray from Magnet for $21.73. We've got 5 more Steelbooks, guys. 5 more RLJE Walmart exclusive Steelbooks coming out. Brawl and Cell Block 99 is coming out on 4K. Mayhem is coming out on 4K as well. We also have Prisoner of the Ghostland starring Nicolas Cage coming out on 4K. Children of the Corn is getting a 4K. All of these are steelbooks, guys. We're also getting a VHS triple pack Blu-ray set of 3 VHS films, VHS 94, VHS 99, and VHS 85, all in this steelbook together. So all of these are, I believe, Walmart exclusive right now, but usually with these Walmart exclusives, they end up being available on Amazon later on down the line, especially with the RLJEs, I've noticed. So they may be available on Amazon somewhere down the line, but they are Walmart this week. We also have Unbranded getting a Blu-ray from Gravitas Ventures for $19.99. The next 3 are all Gravitas Ventures, guys. Big week for Gravitas Ventures, apparently. Who Are You People on Blu-ray for $19.99. What Remains Blu-ray for $19.99. Fully Realized Humans on Blu-ray for $19.99. And lastly, we have Revolution X coming out from Allied V for $27.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Please, guys, if you can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below of everything that we talked about in this week's report. What are you most excited about? Let me know in that comment section below. Turn on bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.